Hello, and thanks for watching this Cloud9 ERP Solutions video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about managed sales allocations and how it's different. So historically, when you have sales orders that are created, that are open, so if we take a look and we filter by all our open orders, all of these sales orders have line items on them and there's stock demand. Now, this particular sales order, and I should filter by something other than QT because these are just quotes. So I will say does not equal QT. So an SO order type creates demand. However, an SA order type in the system, when you add the line item and you save that sales order, automatically reserves whatever stock you have so that others can't take it. But with SO order types, that decision is made when you run the process orders. So we go to process orders. Before I continue, only 15% of you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button now to get notified about new videos and events. And we use the action create shipment. And so what that does is it goes through on the fly, and order by order, it makes the decision of whether or not that particular order can be turned into a shipment. So this is the process of taking an order and creating shipment or shipments from the particular order, trying to ship out what it can. And if we take a look at an order, there's a rule here, and it's called shipping rule, as to whether or not the customer is saying, hey, ship everything completely. It's okay to do piecemeal, back orders allowed, or whatever you have. If you get quantity one of something, cancel the rest of it as soon as you have the ability to turn it into a shipment. Now, you not only can do that at the order level, but you can also do that at the line level, where each line has this drop down with the same preference. And when we're looking at this create shipment, notice there's a select by. So essentially, it'll go order by order in this order. Ship date, the cancellation date on the order, or the order date. And again, this is all the entire order. This has nothing to do with the individual lines. But in Acumatica, we also have managed sales allocations. So what this does, and you have only two actions here, allocate and deallocate, is it fills the actual sales order. So we scroll over to look at the line item of the description, and we click on line details. We have the ability to allocate, but we can do it manually using the sales order and clicking on that line details. But that's way too cumbersome. You talk about hundreds of orders and all the line items that are associated with those orders, it would take too long. And your perspective is wrong because you're looking at one given order and you can't really pull yourself out and from a very high level view, decide, well, from this product, which customers should get it. So if we go to manage sales order allocations, this gives us a much better view. First off, it tells you all the different line items that are within all the sales orders of the products and their quantities. And you can sort by order priority. The order priority comes from the sales order. So if we go to shipping tab, you can see the order priority here. And just keep in mind that that preference actually comes from the customer profile under shipping. You could define their default order priority. So maybe every customer has order priority 0. This is my favorite customer, and I want them to have a higher priority. We go back to sales allocations. You could sort by that or filter by that. You could say order priority needs to be 1 or over. Maybe you start there and work your way down. But you'll also notice all these other different types of filters. So you could decide, well, I only want to look at certain items. I just got this fresh item in, maybe it's a Keurig Model 450, and I really want to focus. We just got a fresh batch, and I only want to give this to the customers that are maybe most important, or I want to decide manually. So you could filter by customer also. Maybe I want to just go into that particular customer and make sure that that customer is handled with all their different items. They get first crack at all the different item allocations. If we scroll over to the right, you can see available for shipping, the quantity unallocated, the potential quantity to allocate. You can, of course, change this. And line requested on. So this is the date coming from the sales order that the customer has asked for the item. So the customer may say, I need this absolutely by this date. And this is very useful information because now you can look at that, sort by it, and make your decisions based on it. Notice we have the select by also here, just like we had under process orders. Line ship on. So we can actually use the line ship on or the line requested on. These are two different columns on the order line. Remember, this is not the summary of the order. These are the individual lines. We also have the cancel by. So some customers may say, you know what, if you can't get it by this date, just cancel the order. That might be a critical filter that you'll use to prioritize these orders. And you can see all those individual dates here by line item. You also see the line shipping rule. All of these particular order lines have the same shipping rule, which is back order allowed. Send what you can. And in that case, you may say, okay, well, I have two different customers here. Maybe I want to send them 10 and another customer 10. You can make that decision also. You can then select these lines with all of the allocated quantities that you want and click process. So now when we go into those orders, what you see here is that actual item. We go to line details. You can see that we've allocated 5 for this. No one can take that from this order, not without deallocating. You could deallocate by going into the order if you have the rights and unchecking this, or you could deallocate by going into manage sales order allocations and changing this option to deallocate orders. This will show everything that's allocated, and we could back out these allocations this way. So now that you've done this, you can now create your shipment, whether it's through process create shipment, but you can create your shipment and the system will automatically prioritize allocated orders over unallocated orders. So whatever you have allocated, they'll go out the door. They'll be the first priority in the warehouse. So that's manage sales order allocations. It's a very powerful feature, and it allows you to really prioritize orders to the customers that mostly need it. Not only from the customer name, but from order priority, from all of the dates that we have on each order line. So thanks so much for watching this video, and hopefully you found it useful. And if you did, please click the like button. And if you have any questions about this or anything else Acumatica, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again, and have a great day.